How's it going, people of the world? I'm AJ Allen, and you guys over on Twitter asked for some tutorials. And I really didn't know what tutorials would be interesting for you guys. And then I thought, 5 key cosplay skills. A little series where each episode I'll cover 5 core cosplay skills that will help you with your cosplaying to help you make costumes. So I'll give you a very brief tutorial on how to do 5 essential things. And hopefully they'll be helpful to you guys and you'll learn some new skills and we can build up your assets alongside our simple cosplay series. So I'm going to go through 5 today and then we'll see how it goes. If you like it, you'll have to leave us a like. But let's jump into them. Here are 5 key cosplay skills that you should know. Breaking down a costume is one of the first steps to making a costume, and it's a fundamental skill to learn. For this video, we'll look at a prop and use the Buster Sword from Final Fantasy VII. Breaking down a costume just means taking the costume to the most basic components to then build up from. So if we look at the Buster Sword, we can see that 3 core shapes make it. A triangle for the top of the sword, a rectangle for the core of the blade, and a cylinder for the hilt. These 3 shapes would be the base to build up from. From there we can work out detailing, which in its most basic terms is like the circles for the materia slots. There might be some swirls as well. But ta-da! We have a basic simple core of a sword, making it so much easier to make. You can break down anything you're making into basic shapes and build up, so keep practicing and it'll save you a lot of time. Duct tape patterns are really helpful for working out core shapes and creating armor and clothing patterns and even detailing ones. To make one, you'll need some cling film, some duct tape, a pen, and scissors. For this example, I'll just make a simple bracer pattern. Start by wrapping whatever you're making a pattern of in cling film, this case being my arm. Make sure to cover everywhere you want covered by what you are making a pattern for and leave a little extra room to draw and modify on. Once that's done, start layering up duct tape over the top of the cling film. Make sure to cover everywhere you need to. From there, we just draw the pattern of whatever we're making onto the duct tape. Then cut yourself free, if you're making a pattern on yourself, and cut out the pattern you've drawn. From there, you transfer it to whatever material you need. These are really helpful, so be sure to use them when you can. Ever had it where you've had to use loads of paint to get your armor or prop or whatever to take? This technique will help stop that. Foam sealing is really easy and will save you a lot of time and pain. I'm going to show you 2 different methods, so choose whichever one suits you best. First, the heat method. For this one, all you have to do is run your heat gun on its lowest heat over the foam for about 30 to 60 seconds. You'll see the foam pores seal, so once you've seen that, you'll know that it's sealed. The second method requires a bit of PVA glue. Simply run a layer of PVA glue over your foam and let it dry. So let's paint these bad boys. After painting, we can take a look at the differences. Here's the one that wasn't sealed at all, here's our heat sealed one, and here's our glue one. As you can see, the sealed ones have taken the paint much better and will require significantly less painting. Easy trick which saves you lots of time and paint. Ever had a wig you love suddenly look really knotted and a mess and you just don't know how to get the knots out and save it? Just look at the state of this wig. I'm gonna mess it up a little more. The good thing is that most wigs can be saved if you brush them the right way, this one included. Partition your hair and start with very small sections. Here is where technique will come in. Start at the bottom of the wig and pull the comb downwards in very small increments, working your way from the bottom up. Keep doing this slowly, getting higher and higher, pulling it down each time. Doing this will start to move any knots downwards where they can either be brushed out or you can cut them off at the ends. Take it real slow and don't try to do too much at once. This will take time. Each time you find a knot, you'll have to spend some time brushing at it with the comb, just continually pulling down on it until it pulls to the bottom. Eventually, you'll be able to brush the section you're working on and hopefully the entire wig by the end of it. As you can see from one side of the wig that's been brushed, this wig looks so much better and is still completely workable with. It's as simple as pulling from the bottom and working our way up. Have you ever done it where you've made your fabric patterns and they look amazing, but suddenly there's all these weird frayed ends and it just starts to look like it's an unraveling mess? There is a simple way to avoid this, or fix it, and it is called hemming. I prefer a double hem, but you can do a single fold hem if you prefer. Do whatever works for you. Start by folding the end of the fabric over once or twice, depending on what kind of hem you want. Tack it in place with your pins. I'm doing it in a way so that my pins don't get stuck in my sewing machine and I can just sew over them. Once it's tacked, just run it through the sewing machine on a simple straight stitch. Normally you would press your seams with an iron once you're finished, but I forgot to record myself doing that. But by the end of it, you'll have really nice, neat seams and finishes to your fabric pieces, which will stop them fraying and make them look super neat. Just look at this beauty. It's so good. And there you have it. That was 5 key cosplay skills you should know. Did you find it helpful? Did you learn something new? Let me know in the comments section. Leave a like as well and follow the channel for more like this. this is a fun little series that I hope to continue on with, as I have a lot more skills I can teach you. But for now, there are 5 skills, so happy cosplaying. I hope they help you, and if you're looking for inspiration, don't forget to check out our 10 Simple Cosplay series. We've done about 45 characters now. So there's a lot of content there for you to jump in on and get discovering on. But there you go. I hope this helped you get hands-on. Tweet at me if it did. I'd love to see your progress. Bye-sies!